What's up, y'all? Welcome to DNJ's Take. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Jalen.
What we got today?
Today we got another review of the Transformers Rise of the Beasts.
Before we get into the review, a few disclaimers. This will be a spoiler review, as you can probably tell from the title. So if you guys don't want to be spoiled, I suggest you pause the video and then maybe come back at a later time. If you don't mind spoilers, then hey, good luck. You're welcome to stick around, but this will be a spoiler review.
It's on you.
So yeah. Also, we encourage you guys to go watch the movie yourselves and form your own opinion, as your opinion matters the most. And the point of these reviews aren't really to discourage anyone from going to watch the movie, whether our opinion is good or bad. And so yeah, let's hop into the review. First things first, I gotta say, the story it's relatively simple.
Yeah, straightforward.
Straightforward. Nothing really complicated, or super intricate about it. You have this sort of war or something like that going on this planet with these Transformers called the Maximals, which I didn't really know anything about. I didn't really grow up watching the Transformers.
I think that it might have been. I heard it was an old animated series, but I
I think it was a cartoon series,
like the Beast,
something like that.
Something.
Yeah,
but
the Maximals, and again, like I didn't really know anything about them going into it.
For my time,
I would say they look pretty cool right off the bat. Like I liked what was his name? Optimus Primal or something like that?
Named after
something like that. You find out he's named after Optimus Prime, which I guess that would mean Optimus Prime is older than him. So how long do they really live?
That's a good point, because I don't know.
I know that they live a long time, but like that is a really long time. I feel like if he was named after Optimus Prime, like, do they ever die? I mean, obviously in combat, but like I guess they do, because there are some like old age ones in the Transformers movie. So I guess they can die from old age, but yeah, that introduction I thought was pretty nice. With what was the big giant planet size was?
I forgot the planet eating one.
The planet eating one. I forget his name.
I forgot. Okay.
He was pretty cool, and you know what? He made me think of. He made me think of Galactus. For all my Marvel fans out there.
Galactus, is that
you know who Silver Surfer is?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you know like the big. I think you're about to say it. Yeah, the big purple one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like giant, like bigger than a planet or as big as a planet size dude that eats planets. I don't know if you know that about him.
Oh, he does that too.
Like his source of food is on planets and stuff like that. And that's what I thought of when I saw that scene of him like coming and destroying the planet. And it always makes me mad because I'm like, I still remember in the old Fantastic Four movie, Rise of the Silver Surfer, I think it was called. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Do you remember how they made Galactus look? If you even want to call that Galactus?
Not really. It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
It was just like when he showed up at the end, because he only showed up like once or twice. He was just like a giant cloud or something like that.
What? Oh no, I don't remember that at all.
I was so mad when I saw that. And I know a lot of y'all were mad, but I was like, come on, y'all could have showed some giant, I don't know, something.
Face or
like, y'all
something.
could make that look better. Just a giant cloud. But yeah, that's what that villain made me think of. I'm like, is that, and I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but that. And when they show the Celestials and Eternals,
okay.
It's those two things that make me think and believe that they can actually do and get away with doing a Galactus in one of these Marvel movies, and it won't look too silly.
Yeah, actually, because they did. I mean, the CGI on this one was really good. The CGI was really good. It was really good. They might. It wasn't like wonky looking. It was more so like towards the end when he was in the little suit.
Oh yeah, the mech suit.
It was more so like
his face in it.
Yeah, like it was parts that was kind of like
little in an uncanny kind of value.
Yeah, but
that's the only moment I could think of that I was like, yeah, the CGI looks was bad.
But it wasn't
or not that great. I'll say.
Right, yeah.
It wasn't as bad as The Flash, by the way, because we saw this before The Flash. And yeah, this was definitely not as bad as a lot of CGI in there. So I'll excuse that.
And that was something that was just like really quick. It was just like, oh, okay, never mind. But like,
right. Yeah. So yeah, back to the story. The story was essentially about some war that happened in the very beginning with the Maximals and these bad guys. I forget their names. And it's sort of like this MacGuffin kind of key device thing or whatever that they're after. And it is now on Earth. Ironically or coincidentally, the Maximals and the other Transformers all arrived on Earth. Okay, and the key is there, right? And you're kind of introduced to these characters, these two main characters. One, Noah. He's kind of like the heart of the movie, I guess you'd say. You know, he has this little brother that he's taking care of, and his mother. And his little brother has like sickle cell.
Yeah, he has sickle cell.
Right. And you know, he's trying to look for a job and can't really get one, so he has to resort to basically robbery or something like that. Yeah, that whole situation just sucked with him and finding a job and how the military kind of handled him or whatever. But he's sort of, like I said, he's sort of like the heart of the movie. And you also introduced to this other character. She's like a, what do you call that job? Like like they work with artifacts type thing. Like
oh dang, she's like an artist. Not an inspector, but like she makes sure the art is actually real. You know.
Yeah. Well,
valuable.
Well, yes, essentially that. Like I'm sure they.
I can't think of the name, but.
Yeah, they kind of inspect and find old artifacts and things like that and analyze it, date it, you know, that kind of character. She's kind of the character that, you know, the one that can figure things out.
Right, she's the brainiac.
Like, these two characters, they're definitely, they have set roles in the movie. Like I said, one is for the heart, you know, or the heart of the movie, the one that you kind of follow throughout, you know, and then the other one, like I said, she's I'm the one who can figure things out, right? Right. Nothing really too crazy about their characters. Like, they don't even really give a backstory with Elena.
Yeah, no, they didn't as much as they did for Noah.
Yeah, so she's a little bit more, in my opinion, one note compared to him. But, I mean, she was still okay for what she was given, I thought, you know, acting wise, and he was good as well. Oh, yeah. But let's be honest here. I'm not really coming to these movies for the humans. So I don't really care that much if they are in it that much and have these super great emotional storylines like that. If they do, cool, it's a plus. But you know, I'm fine without it.
Yeah, it was a plus for this one though, because they at least took the time with Noah to give him a backstory and, you know, at least let us see a little bit about him, and we felt that connection.
Right. So, after we introduced to them, Noah, you know, he's robbing some place or not robbing, he's like infiltrating some place and he has to look for something. I forget what it was. And it was, car.
The car.
And it turns out to be one of the Transformers.
Yeah. Mirage.
Mirage, yeah. Which, by the way, I forgot that
Pete Davidson speaks for, and he did a really good job. I was surprised. I was surprised about that.
And then like after that, all of the Transformers kind of come together, and they what happens is Elena activates one of the artifacts that they find. It turns out to be
half of the key that they're
all looking for.
Yeah.
And so all the Transformers come together and they gotta go find the key, and then the bad guys come to Earth and you know, also look for the key and whatever. You know, it's simple, right? And, you know, the bad guys eventually end up getting the key and then they gotta fight for it. It's an easy story to follow, right?
Right.
I would say I guess highlight or the main, or like the meat of the movie is whenever the Transformers are on screen, you know, the Maximals and they're fighting. So and we get a little cool action, little sequence in the third act. Where all of them are just fighting.
Yeah.
The third act, I will say, is probably my favorite part of the movie. We get to see all of the Maximals and the Transformers fight together. Bumblebee gets taken out early on, but then he comes back and has a really fun action sequence at the end. Noah, he gets a exosuit.
Yeah.
Which I kind of feel like certain people are gonna have a little mixed feelings about that. But I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, it was definitely different from what I remember of any of the Transformers movies. I don't think that they had that ability.
No. Not that I can remember. And I'll be honest and say that the last Transformers movie, maybe last two, I actually didn't see. So there could have been stuff added that I don't know about.
I didn't see the Bumblebee movie. I still gotta watch that. But I mean, even without seeing that, I didn't really have any hard time following the story.
Oh, yeah, no.
I mean, because I still basically know the story of it. And like I said, this is not really a hard plot to follow. It's really just a movie to go see, to have a fun time, not to really think on too many things. And, you know,
a good family movie.
Bunch of action.
Wow.
You know, some jokes in there. You know, some nice CGI fights, just it's a large spectacle kind of movie. That's really what the Transformers movies are like.
Yeah.
You know, I know that they fell off with the last, you know, 3-4 movies, besides Bumblebee, I think. But I enjoyed this one. I had fun with this. And by the way, I forgot to mention, I didn't realize that Ron Perlman speaks for Optimus Prime.
Oh, yeah.
Or is it Optimus Primal?
I think he speaks for Optimus Primal.
Okay.
And also, Peter Dinklage speaks for
Scrooge or something like that? Yeah.
I think it is.
I thought all of the voice work was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really great. I didn't recognize Ron at all.
Yeah.
I didn't even recognize Pete or Peter Dinklage. Like, they were all good. I don't know if any of them spoke for any of the Transformers in the past movies or not. But if they're all new,
then they chose
new, I guess, rebooted Transformers series, then they're all great in my opinion.
Yeah.
Now, before we go ahead and grade the movie, I want to talk about the tease at the end, because that is probably the biggest surprise and the most mind-blowing thing about this movie.
Yeah, it really kicked it up for the Transformers.
Yeah. And I think if everybody who's watching, I would assume y'all have all seen the movie
by now.
So I'm pretty sure y'all know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
The little tease at the end. They are recruiting Noah for the G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe.
Which means they could actually be rebooting and doing all of this stuff with G.I. Joe and Transformers. Or, I mean, even if they just separate G.I. Joe, I'm okay with that. But it felt like an actual good, and I've seen all of these movies. They have, you know, scenes, teasers at the ends, but it doesn't really feel like a teaser. Like, it doesn't feel like they're leaving us.
Oh yeah. I remember we were talking about this before.
Yeah, we kind of touched on it, but with this one, it felt like, oh dang, we can look forward to something more, because now that they're leaving.
Because I remember this. I remember telling you a lot of these movies like Marvel and DC and whatever, a lot of these movies that have end credit scenes and mid credit scenes or whatever you want to call it. I haven't really been enjoying them for the last few years, or this last phase of Marvel, for example. I feel like most of them have just kind of been a waste.
Yeah, they feel more like bloopers to me, or just something
just
they
kind of a throwaway kind of thing. It didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'll always stay. If I know there's an end credit scene, I'll always stay just to see what it's about, see what it's like, right? But if you're if you're someone who would rather not have to sit there through the rest of the credits, if the end credit scene is not worth it, then yeah, there's been a lot of them that just have not been worth it, and we didn't mention it with the Flash, but that end credit scene was not worth it.
Yeah, that was one of the movies you can leave a little early.
I was honestly disappointed with that because I was really hoping that they ended the end credit scene was something that teased something more
giving.
Well, yeah, giving, but like something more specific for the future of the DC.
Yeah,
or DC universe, and it was just kind of a whatever, like whatever. But this one
was worth it.
Now I don't know if you want to technically call it an end credit scene because it didn't happen after the credits, so you don't have to sit, through the credits. But this one actually teased something that I personally am really excited for because I like the G.I. Joe.
Yeah, I have.
They've had some kind of iffy movies, I know, but I like the very first one with Marlon Wayans and Channing Tatum. I like that one. The second one was okay, but I still had fun with it. Mm-hmm. It wasn't all that great, but I had fun with it. And I even liked the Snake Eyes movie that they did like a couple years ago. It had its problems, but I had fun with it.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Now, with this tease, that raises some questions, right? Are they really rebooting the G.I. Joe franchise, or is it being connected to the Snake Eyes movie that they did not too long ago?
And see that one, yeah.
Is it being connected to the previous G.I. Joe? I don't know, right?
Right.
Now, if I'm being honest, I would probably say they're gonna reboot it because both of those other G.I. Joe movies were set in present day.
Right.
And I would assume the next one of these movies would be set not too long after this Transformers movie, which is it's in the 90s.
Yeah.
So.
Which I'm okay with them rebooting.
I am. I am as well. Yeah. And I don't know. I just would really like to see a good a good G.I. Joe movie again. Mm-hmm. And then to add that with Transformers,
I've never seen
that is
that.
mind blowing.
So yeah, they could definitely do it.
I've been like with every movie review that we go into, I stay away from all other movie reviews and things like that because I don't want to kind of taint my own opinion on it.
You want to be fresh,
Like this, I don't know. Like I feel like this should be something that I should have been hearing kind of things about. Yeah. Like maybe not like spoilery, but like. People talking about the tease, the end of Transformers, but I haven't been hearing anything about it, and I feel like this should be a huge deal.
Yeah.
I can't wait, man. I just want to see these two together, and I'm actually now looking forward to the next one of these because, it's crazy, and let's go ahead and grade it. I'm gonna give it because I actually really enjoyed this one. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
Give it a 4 out of 5.
I'll give it a 4.5. I'd like because
okay.
I really enjoyed it. I thought the music too was really nice. That was something
it did have pretty good music. Yeah, I forgot to mention that.
Music was good. Mm-hmm. They had Toby, what's his name? Nickway, I think.
I don't know who that is.
The one that was like Noah's friend that was on the drive with him. He was eating the little Twizzler.
Oh,
he's a rapper.
He's like a rapper singer. I never knew his name. Yeah,
Toby something. I think
I forgot about him. Yeah, he was in there and he was pretty good.
Yeah, he even had a little. He did a little song for the soundtrack too. I thought was really nice. So I give it 4.5.
Okay. I had a good time with this one.
Yeah.
Like I said, I had fell out of Transformers for a while now, and hop back into this. I wasn't exactly sure what to expect. I know it looked really cool with the Maximals and everything. Which, by the way, I hope they show up again.
Yeah.
Because I did like them. I really liked Optimus Primal. Like when they transform into their
battle readiness.
Yeah, battle mode or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, he looked really cool.
Yeah.
I just wish they kind of showed a little bit more of that because he only transformed like that.
During the end,
and it was a lot going on, so we didn't get a super good look at him.
That's true.
But he was pretty cool. So yeah, I give it a 4 out of 5. Yeah. So y'all let us know what y'all think of the movie down below in the comments. Let us know if y'all liked it, if y'all didn't like it, why not? What could they have done better?
Yeah.
You know, are y'all looking forward to the Transformers and the G.I. Joe combination?
Yeah, like, what do you think they're gonna do with that?
Because they both Hasbro, so it makes sense that they could do it.
Yeah, because if they do the same production, that's what it is.
Right? Yeah. Okay. So hey, y'all let us know. Till next time, peace out.
Peace out.